Hello, everyone, and welcome to the June 17th, 2026 regular meeting of the Newmarket Town Council. And we will begin, as always, with the Pledge of Allegiance. So on the table, please lead us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Moving on to roll call, Councillor McSher is excused. All other members are present. Moving on, I would like to move it down. I need a motion to seal the non-public meeting minutes for June 17th. So, is there a second? I'll second. I'll say, I think. All right. Ms. Chase, would you please call the roll?
Council Conley? Aye. Council Dornbrook?
Aye.
Council Gladstone?
Aye.
Council Blaisberg?
Aye.
Council Lamartina?
Aye.
Council Ward?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
We also need to put a vote to accept the regular meeting minutes from June 3rd. Is there a motion to accept the June 3rd minutes?
I will make a motion to accept the June 3rd, 2026 meeting minutes.
Second. Is there any discussion or corrections that need to be made to those minutes? Seeing none. Ms. Chase, would you please call the roll?
Council Conley? Aye. Council Dornbrook?
Aye.
Council Gladstone?
Aye.
Council Blaisberg?
Aye.
Council Lamartina?
Aye.
Council Ward?
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0.
Now we will open public forum. Public forum is limited to 15 minutes total. Each speaker will be allowed 3 minutes. Speakers must be a resident of the town of Newmarket, a property owner in the town of Newmarket, or designated representative of a recognized civic organization or business located in the town of Newmarket. When at the podium, please state your name and address for the record. Address your comments to the chair and the council as a body, not to any individual member. This is not a two-way dialogue, and the council will not respond to comments at this time, but we will, if necessary, bring up information about it at the next meeting. All right, is there any member of the public who wishes to speak? Seeing none, I will consider our public forum closed. Moving on, we will now head on to, because I did meeting that out of order, we will now move to consideration of nominations, appointments, and elections and resignations. Tonight we have one appointment, Heather Henderson, appointed to as an alternate member to the Arts, Culture, and Tourism Commission with a term expiration of April 2027. Is there a motion?
I move to accept Heather Peterson's application for appointment as an alternate member to the Arts, Culture, and Tourism Commission.
Do I have a second?
I will second.
Any discussion on Ms. Henderson? Councilor Conley.
Ms. Peterson's been a resident for over 3 years. Her application talks about how she appreciates how art changes communities, and we've certainly seen that. We've certainly seen that here, and I'm just delighted that she'd like to serve. So I support her nomination.
Seeing no further discussion, Ms. Chase, would you please call the roll?
Council Conley? Aye. Council Dornbrook?
Aye.
Council Blackstone?
Aye.
Council Blaisberg?
Aye.
Council Lamartina?
Aye.
Council Ward?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Okay. Now for the report of the town manager.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The first item is just to remind the council that next Tuesday at 6 p.m. is our goal setting session in the auditorium. I just saw the facilitator today, and they're ready to go. The next item is the superintendent of schools and I met. We meet every other week, but we're meeting when we discuss the joint school board town council meeting. We're going to tentatively schedule that for August 12th and may include preliminary budget discussions and other topics. Please let me know if there's additional items. I know Councilor Martina brought up the fact that the school district may, there's a law that passed that all school districts will have on their, every town will have on the ballot this year the potential of a tax cap for the school districts. That if it passes, then the school districts will have to have a tax cap. It doesn't impact the towns, but having that discussion with the superintendent to see what the impact of that would be in the schools. He and I have been discussing that. So another topic besides the budget would also be potential playing fields, future playing field development. Next item is that the town surveyor has completed the existing conditions plan for 11 Creighton Street and the surrounding properties. The preparation of the plat took longer than expected due to the research complexities, unclear information from past boundary line adjustments, and challenges verifying boundary markers and locating existing monuments in the field. I attached a copy to my report. Staff are working next with the survey to prepare a boundary line adjustment plan that keeps 11 Creighton Street as close as possible to the minimum lot dimensions allowed under the zoning ordinance. The plan will aim to meet the following dimensional requirements as close as possible. Road frontage setback will be 5 feet. Side and rear setbacks 15 feet. Minimum lot size will be 10,890 square feet. The proposed lot line adjustment would affect the rear, northeast, and side southeast boundaries of 11 Creighton Street. The new lot would likely be undersized, requiring relief from the zoning board of adjustment before boundary line adjustment can be filed with the planning board. Keeping the lot as small as possible will allow most of the land to be added to map U3 Lot 13, Shaver Park, to support future park improvements. At the May 20th council meeting, the council discussed the future use of and the current value of 11 Creighton Street. To support that discussion, the information below was drawn from the existing boundary plan in the assessor's database. So it just provides the info of what it is worth. Next item is just an update on the May expense and revenue reports.
At the end.
The town has collected $43.5 million in revenue across all funds, or 98.6% of the $44.2 million annual budget. With 91.7% of the fiscal year complete, revenue is tracking ahead of schedule. The general fund is 99.2% collected. State revenue and property tax have been fully received. The recreation fund has exceeded its full year revenue at 118.9%. In expenditures, the total expenditure across all funds is $16.7 million, or 83.8% of the revised $19.9 million budget, which is below the 91.7 year-to-date benchmark. For fire and rescue exceeds full appropriation, and DPW and direct assistance are also over budget. Nothing new on the reasons why. Still, the reasons for fires, the overtime for the per diem program, public works overtime due to the storm. Councilor Bettina asked me about diesel fuel. Offline an email that is also because of the winter storms that we had. As the DPW director indicated to me that it's just this winter we had a bunch of plowable storms and a bunch of ice we had to remove, plus the increase of cost with diesel as well. As in general assistance, we've been seeing an uptick in that as well. So nothing out of the ordinary or red flags in the budget. And not my report, I did attend the unveiling of the mural on Sunday, and I just want to congratulate the Arts and Tourism Commission on the great job. That's it.
Right. Any questions, Councilor John?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Town Manager, I have a question on the Creighton Street.
Yep.
Property. When I assume we don't know exactly yet how it will be sold and under what kind of conditions. And I was there at Center Park recently, and I was thinking that the back side, that's essentially the basement of that building, is a walkout basement facing the park, what's currently the park. And I was wondering if we might consider the possibility of public facilities in that space. We don't have any public toilets in town. Park expands. It's just a thought of something to consider.
We didn't go that route because the council indicated they want to use the house for
Right. I understand.
for housing.
I agree. still the second and third floors, or the first and second floor would still be, you know. So it's just a thought of having a park downtown. It's going to be a recreation park now rather than a conservation park. Having public facilities might be a good thing.
If we were to put facilities in that building, then I would not recommend selling the building, because if not, then we would have to have tenants, and then we're also taking a piece of property off the tax rolls. That would be making income that way.
Could it be with condoizing the building be a possibility? So you don't.
We'd have to look. Yeah.
It's just something to explore and see, because I think having something that would allow us to avoid placing, porta potties down there when there's an event might be really nice.
I will just briefly say, realistically, I don't think people will want to live in apartments above public toilets. Before, I think that's going to be a picture. That's going to be. I mean, housing's what it is, but I think that's going to deter people.
Yeah, I have another question, if I may.
Yep.
It is there an update on the fire department study?
Yeah, they are wrapping it up. Just finished some benchmarking with other communities. Just got an email yesterday, so.
Yeah, I guess just in recognition of the overtime. And
Yep.
us moving toward a new normal.
Yes.
And on the direct assistance, that's just more requests and
Higher rents.
yeah. Okay, thank you.
Was there any other questions or comments about town manager's report or the department report? Councilor Dorn?
Well, on the department report, I just wanted to say that I noted the effort by the police department to create a community policing policy and implement community policing, and I really appreciated the notion of getting officers out of cars and allow for interaction with folks in town. I think that's a really good move, and I appreciate it.
And I would just say, I just want to say give thanks to the Public Works for putting up all the banners of our graduating classes this year. It's nice that we honor the kids who high school is hard, and it's good to get show the the work paid off.
Thank you for mentioning
that. Anyways, is there anything else anyone wants to talk about the department report or town manager's report? Seeing none, we will move on to committee reports. Do we have any committee reports this evening? Councilor Blackstone.
The Conservation Commission, two high school seniors, Sawyer Hill and Spencer Bojek, raised $400 to buy a bike rack for the Heron Point Sanctuary, which is being installed by DPW. The Turtle Fest, they had over 100 kids at that craft table, which was a new event for them. It turns out their raffle cost more than doing it. Their t-shirts were a big hit. The bandanas were not particularly, nobody bought a bandana apparently. They're going to move it earlier next year because apparently that date is in conflict with something else. And they're going to have an after party at the Word Barn next year. I went to the SELF annual meeting. Now that I'm an environmentalist, SELF is apparently running out of property to acquire here, and they're moving now all the way up to New Durham, and they're acquiring a number of properties up on Maramine Lake, with borders on Alton. And then I also attended the second grade in the elementary school. The entire second grade did a big project on estuaries.
Councilor Glazebrook.
The planning board met. The master plan public hearing is set for the July 14th planning board meeting. The planning board would like to set up a joint meeting between the council and the planning board for this fall at some point. If we can try to get that arranged. A preliminary plan was presented for a church on Wadley Falls Road for Mercy Church that currently meets in the high school. Some members of the public have expressed concerns about the wetlands in the area, lighting for the facility at night, the elevation changes on the property, and how it might, I guess, the proposed parking lot potentially has a very high side that would require quite a bit of work. And then the driveway leading to it is right over a hill and would be a blind drive that might cause some issues for traffic in the area. This is all feedback prior to them going to technical review. So they have an opportunity to address those concerns and come up with plans and stuff at that point. The planning board's looking for members from the public for the long range planning subcommittee. If you have any interest at all, you can reach out to Martin McDonough, bmcdonough@newmarketnh.gov.
All right. The Newmarket, Councilor John.
The Public Transportation Budget Committee met and passed the draft of the parking report recommendations, which will be, or the final draft will be made available to the council by the end of the month, although the recommendations most will be available for our goal setting session. We've spent most of the time talking about that. I don't think that anything else that we talked about is really worth mentioning. It's too formative, but we're all looking forward to spending more time on new subjects, including engagement with neighborhoods and responding to issues that are brought up, so that it feels a little bit more real than at times sitting in a half circle here in this room.
All right. On 10, the 300th committee met. We have created a new volunteer spreadsheet. If anyone's interested for volunteering at any point for Newmarket 300th anniversary events, you have any skills, please go to their website. There is a sign-up sheet where you can put down things you would like to work on. Please go to the website. All hands, make things a lot better. We voted on 2 designs for new hats, and so we're going to be getting some new hats coming in for the 300th. And beer, which everyone cares about. Instead of 1 beer, we're now having 2 commemorative beers that will be sold at the Backyard Bash, made by Deciduous. One is an IPA, one is a lager. So be on the lookout for that at Backyard Bash, and I think it will also be distributed to some other places around town. And we also approved the honorarium for the Wentworth Cheswell statue for $500. And as a way of thanking John Herman, who helped design some of the logo for the beer, he refused to take money for it, so we gave the money to his charity. And there's been some work on the Elm Street mural project. That starts off in tourism, but we'll sort of let them talk. All right. Now, is there any other committee reports this evening? Seeing none, we now move to old business, resolutions and ordinances in the second reading. We have 4 resolutions to consider, 3 resolutions to consider. Let's say 4. Start with resolution 2025-2026, 42, purchase of 2 Lucas chest compression systems. Is there a motion to accept?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-26-42, purchase of 2 Lucas chest compression systems.
Is there a second?
Second.
Say, Councilor Wadsworth. All right, and now is there any discussion?
We currently don't own a Lucas because we had ex-ALS who supplied them. They've gone away. We have our own paramedics now. We rarely utilize outside paramedics. And these devices have been around for about 20 years. It frees up a person. It does much better with compressions as it does with tire, fatigue, etc.
Yes, explain what it actually does.
So it's going to do the compressions during the CPR. It's a device that's battery operated, straps onto the patient. It'll do the compressions versus a person. So it frees up a person, and it does a better job with the CPR.
Any questions or Councilor Larson?
What do we do now? We do it with a person?
We do it with a person. We're using other Lucases.
Yeah.
But you don't want to tie up a service just to get their Lucas.
I have no issue with life-saving devices. Yeah, bold statement, bold statements. All right, is there any other discussion? Seeing none, Ms. Chase, would you please call the roll?
Council Conley? Aye. Council Dornbrook?
Aye.
Council Gladstone?
Aye.
Council Wadsworth?
Aye.
Council Lamatina?
Aye.
Council Ward?
Aye.
Passes 6-0.
Thank you.
All right, now we move on to resolution 2025-2026-43, cruiser purchase. Is there a motion to accept?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-26-43, cruiser purchase.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, is there any discussion?
Good evening. We are here before you looking to replace one of our older cruisers with a new cruiser. The current cruiser we're trying to get rid of is a 2024 Explorer. It has, when I wrote this, it had about 112,000 miles. It's probably got 115,000 miles now. And we're looking to replace that with a 2025 Chevy Tahoe. 2025 might sound like it's a brand new vehicle. It is left over from the 2025 season, but everything about it is brand new, and it's just a better price for us as opposed to the 2026 version. I spoke to Director Molaski, even though the 2020 has 15,000 miles on it, it still may have some life for, I believe he wants to utilize it for the code enforcement officer. So we're going to shift it over there if this is approved on this evening. The actual price of the vehicle is a little bit less than it has been last year for the same exact vehicle. The reason that is because we applied for and received a grant for MBTs, which are mobile data terminals, and we're replacing those. So we didn't have to purchase one for this vehicle, as they're going to be paid for through a grant.
Any questions or discussion? Councilor Dornbrook? Councilor
Do we have any Chevy Tahoes currently?
We have one.
And we like them, clearly?
So we've had it for a year and it's been great. It's been fabulous. Everything we like about it. We were experiencing a lot of issues with the Fords,
Right.
And people continue to experience that. And we are trying to make a transition to something that we want to keep. One of the big savings once we transition over to a different brand, if we're happy with that, is you can reutilize some of the equipment in the vehicle. You don't have to buy everything brand new, but when you're going from one brand to the other, sometimes you have to, for a few years, do that. The one that we purchased last year has been great. We haven't had any issues with it.
Council Blackstone.
Yeah, my question is for Steve. I thought we had changed it so that a new car every year is just in the budget and just buys it.
It is, but this is over my expenditure authority, so we need to go to the council.
Oh, so then it doesn't work, this idea that.
It does, it just, we don't have to go to the capital reserve fund. So it's still in the operating budget, it's just over my,
Okay.
yeah,
So it kind of works.
it kind of works.
Yeah.
An example would be we purchased a RAV4 earlier in the year, and that was under the threshold.
I could
right,
sign that.
okay. All right, now tell me what's wrong with the hybrid?
I was waiting for that. I was more surprised you asked me what this.
So the Ford hybrid, we've had tremendous issues with. We've had to have the battery
We bought it new, right?
bought brand new,
Okay.
and it was good for about the first year and a half, and we've had nothing but problems with it. That car should be cycled out probably in about 2.5 years. I'm trying to figure out right now if we're going to replace the hybrid battery, which they put in around $8,000 to do that, because the battery, for whatever reason, doesn't last. And other agencies that have utilized the Ford hybrids are having the exact same problem. So it's a known problem, but Ford, in their opinion, it's not a warranty item, it's a wear and tear item, so they don't stand behind it.
Have people purchased other hybrids and been happy with them? I mean, from Toyota or, you know?
So I bought a hybrid RAV4, which I just mentioned, and the Toyota hybrids seem to work a lot better. The problem is certain brands are available for certain things. The RAV4 is an administrative car. I'm not putting a cage in it. I'm not putting specific seats. I need a Tahoe, a Ford, or a Dodge in order to put the cages and some of the equipment that would be for like a patrol vehicle.
Right.
So I'm limited. I actually inquired with Toyota. We would have had to have a company create an entire cage system, and it would have been very expensive, so we couldn't utilize them. Chevy was not having any luck with their hybrid system in the police vehicles, so they stopped making. And the same thing with Dodge. It wasn't, I don't know if it's the way they're getting used because they run so much during the day and they idle and things like that, but most of the big three companies have moved away from it.
I know Ford stopped making the pickup truck.
They did stop making the Lightning,
Yeah.
which is the all-electric pickup truck.
Yeah. Well, that's not hybrid, right?
But I just don't think the technology and the reliability is there for certain brands. The Toyota brand is very good. They just don't necessarily make those vehicles.
Were there any other questions? Seeing none, Ms. Chase, would you please call the roll?
Mr. Conley? Aye. Mr. Dornbluth?
Aye.
Mr. Blackstone?
Aye.
Ms. Blaisberg?
Aye.
Mr. Lamartina?
Aye.
Mr. Ward?
Aye.
Passes 6 years.
Moving on to resolution 2025-2026-50, town manager 2026 employment contract agreement. Is there a motion to accept?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-26-50, town manager's 2026 employment contract agreement.
And is there a second? Now, is there any discussion? Town manager.
If I may, and I may be putting the cat before the horse, but if this would pass, I just want to say thank you to the council for entrusting me for a 5-year contract. This last 14 years has really been a great honor to serve the town. Got a great council, got great department heads and staff, and I just want to thank the council for trusting me.
Councilor Conley?
I'd just like to say, back at you, Thomas, town manager, I'm in favor of approving the contract. I think that you've done a tremendous job, and I'm very pleased that to be able to offer that.
I just sort of know what the department heads was making things back.
We're all very professional. Councillor Dorn?
I just wanted to echo Councilor Collins' sentiment, and I appreciate that we have, kind of security in troubled waters. There is security in known entities, and unfortunately, our known entity is a very good and qualified person to have around.
Is there any other questions or comments?
I'll keep mine. I don't want to go to his head.
We'll be glad to have you for another 5 years. Thank you. All right. Seeing no other discussion, Chase, would you please call the roll?
Council Conley? Aye. Council Dornbrook?
Aye.
Council Blackstone?
Aye.
Council Glazebrook?
Aye.
Council Lamatina?
Aye.
Council Ward?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Okay. Moving right along, we are now into resolutions and ordinances with the first reading, and the vice chair will do the reading of the first of the ordinance.
Resolution 2025-26-51. A resolution to authorize the town manager to amend an existing contract with Stafford Regional Planning Commission to update the town's master plan and appropriate up to $7,200 from the master plan capital reserve fund for their services. Whereas Article 15 of the 2015 municipal election established a capital reserve fund pursuant to RSA Chapter 35 for the purpose of conducting the master plan. Whereas pursuant to RSA 36:49, the municipality is authorized to enter into contracts with regional planning commissions for the furnishing of funds or services in connection with the preparation of a comprehensive master plan and any special planning work to be done by the Regional Planning Commission. Whereas Stratford Regional Planning Commission is currently under contract to assist the town of Newmarket to update its master plan, and whereas the town staff worked with Stratford Regional Planning Commission to develop a contract amendment scope of work and associated fee not to exceed $7,200, which will be paid for from the master plan capital reserve fund. Now therefore be resolved by the Newmarket Town Council that the Newmarket Town Council does hereby approve the town manager amend an existing contract with Stratford Regional Planning Commission to secure their services to assist the town in updating its master plan, and approves the expenditure of not more than $7,200 from the master plan capital reserve fund for this purpose. Sponsored by Chair Ward by request.
We now move to new business and correspondence. Is there any correspondence to the town?
There's none.
All right. We will now move to closing comments by town councilor, Councilor Glazebrook.
So the Newmarket Hand Club Association, they take care of the Tiger Number 1 and the fire station down there, which is owned by the town but leased to them. They were open the other day, and I walked in and just asked to look around. And during I mentioned that I was on the council, they would like to try to set up a tour for the council to see it. It was really interesting. There's a lot of great artifacts and information there. Upstairs, there is some fallen ceiling, which I think the town should work to address. It's horsehair plaster. I don't know exactly what goes into restoring it. Horsehair, or yeah. I can hear it. Yes, but I do think that it's worth looking into. It deserves to be restored and maintained.
Anyone else have closing? I'll go Councilor Martina, then I'll go over here.
So, I got two things. Last session, I reported that the Newmarket Town High School boys sponsored the baseball team. They had just finished their regular session undefeated, and that they were moving on to the state championships in Division 4. They won the state championship with Division 4, so they ended with a perfect season. 19 wins, no losses. Congratulations to them. And special recognition to the coach and staff for putting up with those kids, 17 kids. I know a good number of them. That's a feat in itself. The second thing I have is related to our police department. We have a small police department. I want to recognize Newmarket Police Lieutenant O'Brien, Police Sergeant Schmidt, Officer Stevens and Officer K-9 Gadget, promoted K-9 officer. For this for the Special Olympics in New Hampshire, the Nations past weekend. It's great community. That's what I.
And Councilor Blackstone.
Yeah, so unless somebody has an objection, I would like to propose an amendment that we raise the limit for Steve on authorization of cars, specifically just for cars, so that we can go to a higher level.
I'll look into it. I can come up with an amendment for you in the resolution.
Is there any other closing comments? I'll just say happy Juneteenth that have coming up this 19th on this Friday. So to all who celebrate, have a good Juneteenth. I will be watching Sinners. Anyways, thank you all. If there's nothing else, I will consider us adjourned.